Some background noise is there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's start. So, last session we covered this one, right? Primitive data type like primitive. So in primitive, we have covered integer, right? This thing we covered. Okay. So I will explain few more thing about this, byte, short, int, and long. Okay. Now I'm just removing this. Okay. Some comment out. Okay. Now suppose I'm saying byte, right? Byte b equal to 10. Okay. And now if I print this value, so I will get 10, right? Because the value of this b variable is 10, so it will give me the output 10. Okay, just let run it. Okay, now we are getting 10. This is expected, right? But when I say I don't initialize the value, okay, I don't initialize the value. For example, one in my system.out.println. So you can see I'm getting error, right? What is the error? See, variable I might not have been initialized. So now if it's not initialized, you cannot get the output. So this is what one thing. So whenever you initialize something, declare something, right, immediately you have to get the output. It could be anything, but you need to declare, initialize, declare, then initialize. So this is what we did. We declaration, right? At the same time, what we did, initialize. Okay, so declaration, initialization needed to get the output, and this two declaration we can do in one line also. Int I equal to whatever value you want to print, right? But now it will not happen because we already put like this. Suppose I comment out, now it is fine, right? So this is what, so declaration first, then initialization is required. Okay. Now we'll cover few different scenarios where you will just declare. Okay, the way it is, you will declare but not initialize, but you will not get any issue. That will see in different section. But here we are just talking about the data types. Okay, so now when it comes to data type, we are done with the integer, byte, short, long, right? These four. Now today we'll see uh, decimal or float, type. Okay, so we have two. One is float, one is double. Now I am just removing this one. And today is decimal or float. This comes under integer types only. Okay. Okay. Now double. So double, it's a keyword itself in Java. So this is double. Now you can say double. Suppose I'm putting salary, right? I'm putting salary 10,000. Suppose 10,000, I'm just saying. Okay. Now, okay. Now I want to print the salary right here. Okay. Now one thing, if I don't put this also after this, suppose I'm just saying 10,000. So what would be my output? Can anyone tell?
You'll get 10,000.00 because we are using double, right?
Okay.
10,000, sir.
Other same with Raghu.
No, 10,000 you will get, not
Okay.
0.00.
Okay.
For float, you will get as the,
Float and double both are same only.
then it should get 10,000 the point zero.
Yeah. So float or double. Okay. Same I am doing with float. I'm putting high 500. Can you go on mute? I'm getting some noise. Thank you. Okay. Now this is for high. Okay. Now here also we'll get similar kind of thing. Right? So either you put anything, if you put like this, so you can't do this. You just, because you already declare your data type should be like this, that's why you are getting 0.0. Okay. So this is similar data type. So this is comes under the decimal or float type, and we have two, float and double. Okay. This is one. Any question on float and double? Okay, so float and double, right? So the memory capacity, right? For memory capacity, float will take more, okay, range. Suppose I'm saying this much. Suppose you can see, right? But same amount I cannot store here. 1 second. Double will have more. Okay, now we are seeing, but it has a different range. Okay, the size, byte size is, float will store 4 byte basically, but double will store 8 byte. Okay, maybe the this is you are seeing same, but the range in byte code, right? In byte code, it will store the value like byte size would be 8 for the double, and float for the float for the 4 bytes, just for your understanding. But both you can use for your programming purpose. So mostly people use double. Okay. They are okay with the double, the range, but float also you can use. Okay. Now we'll go for another data type, that is called this one, boolean. Okay, boolean will cover, then we'll cover character. Now boolean means it's a true or false. Boolean will return true or false. Okay, this is what boolean returns. Suppose I am saying boolean b equal to true. Now the output, I will just simply say, when we'll do loop and all these things, then we'll understand more how to implement a real-time program. But just for your understanding, you just should know what are the data types as of now. So when I say boolean b true, so it will keep the printout of b, right? So it will come as a true. Okay, whatever. Suppose I'm saying false, will print. it can't store any value. Okay, we'll try with the value, it will give you the error. So boolean, for
Hello.
boolean we, hello.
हाँ मालूम भाई.
Ah,
Actually, I was asking question कि how you're handling the round of values in long and double.
yeah, for, so these both are similar only for any decimal, right? So we
That I
use
got,
double.
but after decimal, right? How you'll handle the round of values? Means like if it is 0.6.7, then how you can round off that? Uh, is there any way, or just we are
No, no, for
passing the
round,
values?
no, 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 no. So for round off, we have already int, long, short, byte, right?
Okay.
Some use case, for example, the any interest rate, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, so for interest rate, it can't be round off, right? All the time, it could have 10
You
point
round
something.
off, right? To two decimal place or to one decimal place based on the need.
Okay, you are saying means, okay, I got your point. So you are saying, suppose you have 10.00 you need, right? That's what you are saying.
Or if it is 10.666, then you'll change it to 10.65, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes um 30 by 20. Okay,
Hmm.
how much it will come? 1.66, 0.6666 it will go, right? So
Right,
you'll
right,
round
right,
off that point of time.
right,
So
right.
how
I
will
got.
handle that?
Yeah, that will cover in program. Rupi, all this question will cover how to round off. Will even not going with the logic, how to write. Okay, we are just
Okay,
somehow covering the data type, how it's, how many data types we have, and in real time example will do all these things. Because now if I
okay,
do logic, people will not understand. So
okay,
that's
okay,
the
got it.
reason. Okay. Okay,
Okay,
now for the Boolean value, right? Suppose in the Boolean, if I want to suppose put 100, right? It will not work because it says it's a Boolean and you are trying to, provide integer value, right?
yeah.
So that's the case. Booleans will always return either true or false. That's the thing. Okay, either true or false. So this boolean will comes when you use some logical kind of things, will come to the operator logic and all, then we'll use real time example, all those stuffs. Okay, so as of now, just understand, whenever you need decimal value, you need to use double and float data type. When you need any condition, suppose a is greater than b, okay, or suppose 10 is greater than 5, this kind of condition, for that we'll use boolean. Okay, so true or false, that will come on this. Okay, now this is also we are done. Right now the character, right, the character is something char. So this is character. One more data type is there, char. So char is a single character. Okay, always remember char is a single character. Suppose a, it could be b, any alphabet you can put character. So suppose I'm saying m. Okay, male. For male, suppose you want to have some data kind of, for example, care gender, right? Suppose you want to say gender, so what we'll do, female, suppose I'm saying f. Okay, now system.out.println, and you want to print of this char, now you will get it. Okay, you will get it, it will give you f. So this is we use if required for any kind of data. Now you can see f, but
Mukund, can you
it,
repeat it once again?
yeah, sure. So char means any single character you want to write. Okay, single character you want to print, get the output, single character. So in string, it's a different, right? In string, we can put any number of sentence, lines, and all. But for any special character in Java, they have separate data type called char, means character, where you, if you want to print any single character, that also you can print it. Okay, you do not need to use string for that, because for a string, it will like use extra capacity, right? That would be that not required. So for character you can use, because it's only get the capacity of 1 byte. So it will, for 1 byte, you are okay. So suppose I want to put two character, it is giving me error, right? Because this is saying too many characters in character literal, right? Means char is only for single character print, and the syntax is uh, call this, start with this colon, single colon, and this. Okay, so this is what the syntax. Did you understand this one, or any
Yeah,
question?
I understood. No, I
Okay.
understood. Thank you.
Okay, so char means single character. If when we are going to print for any single character, that time we use char. It's a char, it's a data type, and this is, we know, this is a variable, right? So variable, and this is the value. So you can't use any, like, single character it's showing, right? So single means single, means it should be only one. It can't have multiple. So for example, when I like giving suppose gender 1, it is printing because it's a single character, right? It's a single, it is not considering as a new like even number, or it will take number and alphabet both. Its character means only one. If I say 10, again it will show me error. So I am giving gender, so obviously gender doesn't have this logic, but uh, just I am explaining, you can have only use one at a time for char. You can't have two. Okay, so you can like say a serial number, right? Serial number, something like this, and now you can print suppose one. So for any use case, if you have that scenario where you have to put one, two, these things and all, you can do it. But very less use of this in real time. So, but for your understanding, you should know all the data types. So now we have covered all these things. Boolean character also, like we cover, right? Boolean character. So this is textual type or character type. So any text you enter, single character, right, that will as a textual character. So logical, the Boolean is true, either true or false. Okay, so these are the primitive data types we had. So we had total how many primitive data types? 8, right? So one is byte, short, int, long, float, double, then boolean and character. These are comes under integer, like primitive data type. Okay, so it byte stores one. Okay, the capacity, the size. Okay, short stores 2, then int stores 4, and long stores 8. Okay, the range. Okay, now for float it would be 4, and for double it would be 8. For boolean it would be only 1, and for the character it would be 2. This is how the size, okay, default, like the size of data type. It can be an interview question. You should know, like, what is the size of byte, right? What is the size of int, long? This is what we have for primitive. Now comes to non-primitive, right? So non-primitive, we have classes, arrays, interface, string, all these things. Today only we'll focus on the string one. Okay, because class, interface, arrays will come later. When we'll do all this concept one by one, we'll get. So this just for your high level understanding, uh, even classes, arrays and interface are also comes under non-primitive data types. Okay, so this is what. Any questions so far from primitive data type before I move to non-primitive? I know Ropio's that question will cover in when we'll write the program logically in next session.
Okay.
Round of thing, all those things. No question, right? So I can move to string. Okay, now come, I will put another session. Session 2. Now today we'll talk about string. Okay. So string, okay, string class. I'm just saying name. Okay, string itself a keyword. Okay, for example, if I want to make my class name as a string, will I able to create simply string? It should not, because why? String itself a keyword, so we should not have any class name which similar with your keywords. Okay, so always remember, don't create any name where your data like keywords are there. I will explain later what are those 50 keywords we have in Java. Okay, so we should not write any program name as keywords. String demo, I am just saying. Okay, now this is what, so we need main method for execution the program, right? Okay, so this is non-primitive. Okay, non-primitive data type string. String itself a data type, string itself a class. Okay, so we can use a string like as a data type. Okay, now suppose I'm saying string s equal to similar kind of stuff only. Hello Java. So here the string means any value, any random value, anything you can do it, right? There is no issue with the string, and it has the capacity, like you can store a n number of it's not primitive data type. So for primitive data type it has a limitation, right? You can store this much, that much, 8 byte, 4 byte, 2 byte, 1 byte, but with a string there is unlimited you can store. Okay, so now if I right click and print, I will get the print of this data type. Okay, hello Java, right? Okay, this is what the string. So for example, so same, right? Any variable, we can't have duplicate variable on, either we can give some different name, but value we can print the same, right? There is no issue with the value. Did you understand string? It's a very simple thing, right? String means it will store any kind of data. Suppose I want to say this also, it will able to run. You will get the output. Okay. Now, for example, if I put like this, what would be my output? Any idea?
Blank.
Makan, your voice is breaking. Hello.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is my voice breaking?
no. I think Raghu has some problem.
Yeah.
I can hear clearly.
Okay. So if I say like this, so this is my data type, right? This is my variable. This is assignment operator. and I have not passed anything. What would be my output?
Blank character.
Blank. Means here anything will be written as a blank or completely blank?
Blank.
It would ask for a key string because you have given the comma, but it can't come blank, right? It would throw an error message.
No, nothing. You will get
Yeah.
simple blank. See, whatever, whether you have passed anything or not, that doesn't matter. Okay, when you are saying as a string under this double quote, whether you are passing anything or not, that will not matter. It will exactly give you this blank only because we have not passed anything. So neither you will get any null value or nothing and all. You will get this way, and so whatever you are passing, that only it is going to print here. So simple. This is what. So any question for this string? So if you don't have any question, we will start operators today. We have few operators. No question, right?
No question.
Okay. So now we'll move to operators. Okay, we have different sets of operators. Let me close this one.
Makan. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
facing some issue. Okay, I can't hear your voice. So someone record from your side now.
No, recording will be done. Don't worry.
Uh,
Recording will get clear. Yeah.
I
No
can't hear.
issue.
Then how it will record, man? I'm recording in my system, right?
That doesn't matter, na, because I am talking, right?
Hmm. Okay, then fine.
Do you want to log out and log in again, Raghu?
Yeah, I
We
can't.
can do that
Then
also if you
voice
want.
is missing.
Then
Okay.
you stop
So
recording and log
That
out
also
and
I
log in,
can.
and then you'll start.